All right, welcome to a fan's perspective. I got the OG kasa in here. Got my boy
What's,
Bodie in here.
what's
How y'all
good, y'all?
feeling today?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. If we do, nobody ain't gonna care or listen. So
Yeah, man, we gonna listen from
Yeah,
that era, man. We gonna listen.
that's a
you
fact.
feel me? But yeah, you
Hell
already
yeah,
know, man. Slow motion in the big old ocean, trying to stay afloat per usual.
yes, sir. All right, I got a couple of questions. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That I wanted to, because I watched a lot of your lives, man, and I was definitely receiving them jewels on there, man, and your history and shit like that. You feel me?
I appreciate
Now,
that.
tell it. Well, before I get into the questions, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Uncasa. I'm from Harlem, New York. Well, I'm gonna give you my full stage name to where it got to Uncasa. My stage name is Unforgiven Castellana. I broke it down and made an acronym for it to term the Uncasas, which stands for United Niggas Kill All Stereotypes in America. But initially, I came in the game Unforgiven Castellana. Real name Antonio Wilder, born in the summer of 1979 on the 18th day of June. Single parent household. Uh, have a few siblings. Uh, two brothers and two sisters. One passed away, so it's
Condolences.
just
Rest in
four
peace.
of us. You know what I'm saying? So actually, her birthday was like last week. You know what I'm saying? She would have been like 37, 38, something like that. And I'm from Harlem, New York. I'm an artist. I'm a fashion designer. I'm an actor. I'm a curator. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a friend. I'm just a stand-up nigga, man. Stand 10 toes on, stand on business. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me in a nutshell. I just work hard. I'm a hard worker. I don't really complain about much.
So, all right, like, what do you think is the current state of hip hop right
Current state of hip hop is fucked up because it's
now?
all
How?
manufactured. Ain't no new ain't no new energy getting in it. You that they hardly let any new energy come in the game. It's a bunch of gatekeeping. I ask you this, right? What was
Uh,
the song of the summer?
there was no song in the summer.
Yeah, facts.
Not this year.
I think it was like a
Exactly.
country
So
joint.
that's how you know
It
that's
was
how
like
you
a
know
country joint.
that's how you know that's how you know the music game is fucked up. We've been having a summer song since we was little kids.
Facts.
Every year is a summer that it's every year it's a summer that came out, a song that came out every summer that remind you of that summer.
Mm.
We ain't had that.
Yeah,
It's- you know
like
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
time machine
Oh,
that bring you back.
yeah, exactly. A timestamp. It's not that. Everything, and it's because everything nowadays is manufactured and it's nothing pure and new coming out the game. Everything is talk about being lit, fucking, sucking. It ain't about love no more. Cutthroat. It's fucked up. The game is like I said. It ain't no new blood coming in, so you ain't gonna see a new Nas. You ain't gonna see a new Biggie, a new Little Kim. Uh, people of that stature. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the streaming era. Niggas don't make no money really off of streams. You get what a fraction of a penny every spin, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the streaming game fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't sell put none of my music on streaming sites no more. If you want my music, you gotta buy it directly from me.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, right? Like, I see like dope artists in the game. Okay, let's say the Griselda dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
38.
38 Special, Ransom, even on the West Coast, you got Larry June, you got Jay Worthy, you know what I'm saying? Vince Staples, Joey Fats, like, you know what I mean, that came up on the ASAP Yams and all them, like, why? Even Sauce Walker from Texas. I'm talking about dudes that really make good music. You feel me? Why do you think they
Freddie.
get
I'll throw
overshadowed
Freddie in
though?
there. Freddie out of Indy.
I throw Freddie in there too.
Yeah.
Why they get overshadowed is because first they are making more money than most mainstream artists. One and two, they know they worth. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you might not hear Source Walker on the radio, but he got platinum money. He got platinum houses. He got a lot of other things connected to him that's bringing the revenue in. So all these new artists is going to be overshadowed that's independent, because first they don't have the machine to put them in front of the audience that they need, so they always start from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? If your artist starting from the ground up, say you sell 30,000 40,000 units every time you drop just in your state, that right there is equivalent to a guy going platinum on a major label, but all the money's coming to you. I think they're at a comfortable stage to where they don't really even mind not being mainstream, like say a Lil Baby or something, because they getting the same money and they moving around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's probably a little easier to move around too, huh? If you're not as
the only
recognizable.
thing the only thing they don't have that a major label have is the machine. That's the only thing Source Walker and guys like Jay Word is missing. They missing a machine to make them remember. The machine makes you look bigger than what you are. You know what I'm saying?
But
You have a bunch of, you have, like, we gotta, if we as independent artists, we gotta do our own promotion and our own marketing. You know what I'm saying? Where when you sign to a major, they do all that stuff for you, and majority of the time you just have to be an artist, be creative. You know what I'm saying? But now we done stepped into the executive space.
some of them got deals. Like Ben Staple had a Def Jam deal. You know, Benny signed the Def Jam deal. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know what, you know, I don't.
They don't
think
got
like
no
the
soul
day
in them offices. Let me tell you when I knew Def Jam was fucked up. This was
when
just
Julie
right
Greenwald
before.
left.
Nah, this was right around the time before she might have left by then, but this is a time where Jewels was put out the
Oh,
God
it's like
Willing.
05.
Nah, it's like probably like I say 2012.
Oh, okay, word.
Just before Jewels Santana left Def Jam, right? We went up there to go play the God Willing's mixtape for them. And I was walking through Def Jam, and it reminded me walking through a dentist or some type of clinic. It didn't have it wasn't no music coming out of no cuticles. You ain't had no, it was just like all this shit is corporate. For you to promote the music, you gotta feel the music. You got, when you eating lunch, when you sending emails out, you gotta hear what's going on. And when I'm walking through Def Jam, I'm like, yo, why isn't there any music playing? And somebody stuck their head out the cuticle like right, word Casa, right. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? They don't have people, they don't have no idea of what's popping. They go along with what's popping. They don't have no idea of what's popping, what's out on the streets, because you don't have these, you don't have the Chris Lighties no more. You don't have the
real A&Rs.
The Kadar Marcinbergs. You don't have the Mike Kaisers. You don't have the Joe, the Peckers, the Sean Peckers. You ain't got the guys that's actually in tune with the streets and the artists. You get what I'm saying? So they just using it as a market employee. You get what I'm saying? It's just business. They don't have no connection to the creative side of the artist, the music, the creative, the personality, nothing. All they take care is business. And when you just thinking as a corporate business, that's how you kill a culture. They don't have nobody that know the culture in these buildings. They don't got no 18, 19, 21-year-old interns. They ain't got no 25, 27 to
that
30
are really in the streets.
That's in the streets. You gotta come to the soil to get the music to know what's going on. That's how you got all the great artists from Nas to Jeezy to so and so, because you had somebody that was in them offices that was coming back like, yo, it's a guy from Queensbridge named Nasty Nas. He only 18 years old. This nigga, he's the new Messiah. Oh, yo, it's a guy down in Atlanta. He run with the BMF niggas. He talking that real. You don't got that no more. They don't know what's going on. All they do is turn on YouTube or look at SoundScan.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers. They don't give a fuck what you.
And the numbers could be skewed.
It could be manipulated.
And we see by Young Thug dropping a bomb that you can buy #1. So who's really doing numbers?
Exactly. Now, speaking about Young Thug, right? When he had dropped a recording, say he was mad that he didn't get a feature from K Dot. Now, do you think K Dot is right in that? Like, as far as like, you know, I don't just want to jump on a song with anybody. You know what I mean?
Like this game has a lot of entitlement. Like he's doing fine on his own. He's not in that demographic to even work with those artists. Those artists, you gotta say, like, it would be dope. Not saying because I'm a fan of Thugger, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, me too.
Kendrick is on a whole different stratosphere when it comes to artistry. He don't talk about gang shit. He don't talk, and if he do talk about it, he's giving you a story. He's not that. He's not a lit rapper or the, you know what I'm saying, the lit rapper, the nigga that's lit in the club. You know what I'm saying? He's not
he ain't
that.
that.
He's the contemporary hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, so but I felt the same way. I was like, man, you know, K Dot is not just going to just
He
jump on a
make
song with
music for the
anybody.
masses. They make music for the lean drinkers, for the guys that's going to Magic City every day. They going for the ones that's out in the club, the streets.
Yeah.
Kendrick is for the ones that's, you can listen to Kendrick music anywhere, on a boat dock, driving, anything. Kendrick is all around. You know what I'm saying? They the genre of trap music that they do is very small. You know what I'm saying?
Now I got a question. You ghost wrote before, right?
I still ghostwrite. Yeah.
All right, boom. Now I want to play a little clip of something that St. John said, and I want to see how you feel about it.
No problem.
Usher record he wrote did 70 million streams. His take was about $1.5 thousand. If he dropped it himself at 3 mil, he had 10K.
I wrote a record for Usher. The song streamed 70 million. And if you never did nothing before, like, that's a lot. That's not $70 million. And here's the mathematics. If I own 25% of the song and it did 70 million streams and it's $3,000 per million streams, $210,000, right? Spotify collects the streams. It's publishing money, that's writing, and it's performance money. I wrote this song, so I deal with publishing money. There's a fixed percentage on the publishing side. My take on that 210 was probably $1,500. If I'd have put that song out myself and only had 3 million streams, I'd have made $10,000. I said, I'm done. I was like, this is done. You know how hard it is to get these songs on these people who put it out on their own time? For your livelihood to be dependent on somebody else that you don't control or influence, impact, or have a relationship with, you're not even getting paid your weight in salt. So I stopped giving records to artists. I'm like, I could give you this record and you could fail and I can get a percentage of your failure, or I could take 100% of my failure and I could take that to the bank. So I just bet on myself.
Do ghostwriters deserve more? St. John said.
All right. What you think about what St. John said when it comes to ghostwriting?
Let me tell you what ghostwriting. Ghostwriting is a fucked up business, bro. Because you gotta understand, think like this, right? Being a ghostwriter is, you really a ventriloquist. It's like you putting your hand up the back of a artist and they actually spitting what you wrote. And a lot of these artists, they start thinking they're the people that you actually made them into. Like when I'm sitting there ghostwriting, you remember I'm writing this shit. So I'm writing from a perspective of what people think you are. You get what I'm saying? The person that they really love is me, because I'm the writer. You just the one that's saying it. Now it's just some people, like a lot of ghostwriters don't fit the image of a rapper. So they're better off as writers. That's a lot of successful writers don't either don't have the passion to be up in front of the camera, or they just don't have the look. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We the ones that make the artist hot. We don't like Cardi because we think she write that shit. We like it because we know somebody else write it and she say it good.
Yep.
Yeah, like a writer for a movie. A writer for a movie will get an Oscar.
Yeah.
This the only game that you can get in and pretend to be somebody else. You don't have to write. You don't even have to use your real name. You can use somebody else's real name and have a dope writer and become a star. See, in my game, we respect ghostwriters on some getting some money shit, but as an MC, we don't respect that shit. Nobody never pushed my pen.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, like,
war. And those rhymes I spit on, and the rhymes that I spit on that, I wrote when I was 17, 18 years old. That shit ain't come out until I was like 22, 23 years old. Those were some of Cam's favorite rhymes for me. He was like, yo, spit that shit. You had goosebumps on my arm when it was raining in that van that day. And I just spit a clip. And it went gold. You know what I'm saying? I started before you had Cam, before you had Jewels, before you had Jim, anybody from the Diplomats. You had me first. So it's just that's an honor and a salute to Dame and Cam. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't respect niggas that got ghostwriters. Because they be trying to pop that shit like they him or her. Don't pop that shit to me because I outright you and your ghostwriter.
Real. Now, do you think that the game, like artists take longer to develop? Like I'm gonna give you an example, like a Lil Durk or a SZA, right? They took longer to develop because of A&Rs being out of the game. Do you think they would have blew a little faster if they would have had an A&R in the game to kind of, show them how to break them records or put them records together?
Exactly, like I said, look at every successful artist from the past, right? Everybody had that person next to him to show him where to go. Biggie had Puff. Nas had Large Professor and Primo.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson had Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Foxy Brown had Jay. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got somebody to show them the ropes and this shit. You know what I'm saying? To show you the right moves to make. You need a co-star to a movie will not be a movie without the co-stars. Yeah, we going to the movies to see Denzel, but what about the co-star?
Can
What I'm saying?
Get into that?
That's
Can we
what
get
comes
into
to new
Dipset?
stars. You need just
Come
like
on,
I'll put it in the simple. It wouldn't have been no Daniel son. It wouldn't have been no Daniel son without Mr. Miyagi. You need that person to guide you through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Chris Cross had Jermaine Dupri. He seen them niggas wasn't even rappers. He seen them niggas in the mall with their pants backwards.
I mean, Kanye
in the
had
mall.
Jet.
Yeah. But Kanye is a kind of like self-contained unit. Kanye was gonna be Kanye.
Okay.
It was a
He had the trajectory regardless.
Yeah, and Jay didn't believe
you ever
in
encounter
Kanye.
Kanye?
Hold on a second, bro.
It was Dame that believed in Kanye. It wasn't Jay. He believed him as a producer, but Dame actually seen a vision of Kanye West being an artist.
Yeah, and I think what he did with fashion was brilliant to make high fashion clothes affordable. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta understand, Kanye went to school to be an artist. He was always into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And me living out in Chicago for a few years, I've seen why I know the people that inspired Kanye. Like it's a long string of people that inspired Kanye. It's guys like Jay Boogie. He was the guy that was doing all the throwbacks and all the varsity jackets right in a little shop. He had like a little space in this barber shop that my man Dan Ryan used to work in called High Maintenance in Chicago, and he used to make custom made jackets from scratch. And the Kanye's and the No IDs and all them guys used to go buy stuff off them. That's why you got guys like Virgil, Fashion, Geek Zoe, Don C, because they was inspired by the guys that was
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan.
They're like the Dapper Dans of their area.
Like I said, you have to you gotta follow the blueprint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of us is not birthed with the blueprint. You gotta salute the forefathers of the shit. So like I said, I know where they get inspired from. So it was inevitable for Kanye to be Kanye. He just needed a shot. He just needed somebody to believe in him.
So, like, what was your journey with Dipset? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I seen you as part of like Purpose City, but I don't know the origins of how you started out and what was your journey like with them? You know what I'm saying?
Well, my journey started way before I got affiliated with Dipset. Well, my first entry in the music business was like around 13. I was in a group called Triple R, Rough, Rugged, and Raw, with my man Lamont and my guy One Saw. One Saw I met in a hospital in 1984. I was playing in my crib, and the little bubblegum machines, the tubes, the plastic tubes in the bubblegum machine. I stepped on one of them, and the plastic broke off of my foot and went like 2 inches in my foot, and I had to get surgery. And I was real little. This was 1984, 84, 85. I remember because I got out like Christmas Eve. I got on Christmas Eve. I had to have surgery, but I met him. He was my roommate, and he had a full body cast on from his face down, his whole body. Him and his sister had got hit by a MTA bus back in the days. And he was when his mom's wasn't there, my mom's used to feed him and clean him up and all that stuff. So we became friends. 1992, I ain't seen one source since 83. 1992 passed. I'm walking out my building. He walking in and he like, Tony, and I'm like, I know you. He's like, yo, it's one saw. And I haven't seen him since 19. And he had a full body cast on. He couldn't even move. Yeah. So he was like, what you doing nowadays? And I was just like, I dance, I rap. He's like, I rap too. We looking for a third person in my group. Yo, meet you know Lamar? I'm like, yeah, I know him from the park and all that. And like that same day, I joined the group. We had a manager named Bubba. And he was like an A&R to Selecto Records back then. They was like a little independent music company back in the days, early 90s in New York. So he had got us a contract with them. We did one show at this club that everybody used to perform at called Indigo Blue. This is like 1993, 94, some shit like that. And
but you had like 13 years old right here. 12, 13.
Yeah, I was like 12, 13 years old. And I was like 13, and then the manager, he wound up getting locked up, going to jail, right? So the group broke up, but I kept going. Like my best friend Aaron, his brother was a DJ, so I used to go to his house every day and make mixtapes and shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to dance together. His brother used to do all the block parties, so when he had free time in the back room, we used to just go make our little Maxell tapes and freestyle over all the instrumentals. So after a while, people start, my boys started, because I'm gonna keep it real, I was probably the wackest nigga out of my crew at the time. I was singing other niggas' raps, remixing it, like taking a melody, but just putting my song. They was like, yo, all you have to do is just think about your own shit. And then like one day I wrote a rhyme and I said it to my crew, and all them niggas' mouths was dropped. Like, oh shit, like you nice. And then right after that,
right there.
I was lit. Then I started battling niggas. 13 to 16, 17, 18. I was in the streets battling everybody from Yonkers to Queens to Brooklyn, everywhere, all the 5 boroughs, especially Harlem. I was kicking ass. So that's how I started getting my name up, right? So around I'll say 1998, I met this guy named Rollo, right? He was standing on a corner watching me and my guys have a cipher. We probably had like a 9 to 12 man cipher. And he waited till everybody stopped writing. And he walked up on us. He was like, yo, any of y'all looking for a record deal? And we was like 18, 19. He was like, hell yeah, we want a record deal. So he told us like this. He said, yo, I'll be back tomorrow, the same time. Give me your phone number, your shoe size, your address, this, that, and the third, whatever, long story short. Only like 3 of us showed up, right? He took us to the studio. Man, and at this time, we had a big crew, but only 3 members of the crew showed up. We was called the New Millennium back then, right? So he took us to the studio. We ain't never really been to a big studio before. We was always recording at my man Ray Rock house. His microphone was in the bathroom for the acoustics. So we came up, he took us to a state of art. They had glass pianos, 2 recording booths. We ain't have to take turns to go out the booth if we was doing a back-to-back. He just took us to a studio and recorded a demo on us. He was taking us everywhere to battle. Long story short, he got locked up. But before he got locked up, that whole 98 summer, he took us everywhere around New York to Maze. He took us everywhere. Yo, when I tell you this guy got the gift of gab, he was like borrowing money from like top drug dealers at the time, from like Passaic, Newark stuff. He would just pull up. We'd have a town car on hold. Shout out to my man Black Sharif. We would have a town car on hold taking us everywhere in New York. One day we went to Jersey. He was like, he just made us get out the car. He was like, as soon as you get out the car, start rhyming. Soon as you get out the car, so we pulled up on like a dirty block somewhere in Passaic or Newark, New Jersey. And as soon as we got the car, we just started rhyming. And his man said, say no more. He went in the back of his Jeep and just gave this nigga like $40,000, $50,000. And he just kept us in the best hotels that whole summer, took us to the studio, recorded like 12-song album on us. Like he was just moving around, buying it. We was good. He was the first person to take me to a designer store, spending $900 on shoes, $600 on belts, taking us to Saks Fifth Avenue, taking us to the Flat Hotel where you rent a condo for a week. And it was crazy. He wound up getting locked up. But in the midst of him getting locked up, sometimes he would run out of money and he would take us to this lady named Rosalind Brogdon. She wound up being my manager. She took to me. Anytime I would have static with Rallo or an argument, he'd be like, yo, I'm dropping your ass off at Rosalind house. She the only one that can tolerate your shit. So when he would drop me off the Rosalind Brogdon crib, she would teach me the music business. She wouldn't talk about, she said, I know you nice as a motherfucker. Fuck that. What you know about point spreads? What you know about independent promotion budgets? What you know about publishing deals? What you know about marketing? And I ain't know shit. She was like, she broke it all down to me, started giving me books, teaching me like school every time I seen her, right? By this time, Rollo locked up. I remember my ex-girlfriend, her name was Ali Achabat. She was like African or something. She bought me a turquoise beeper for my birthday. And that's how Ross would stay in touch with me. So one day, Ross, I knew the code. She would use 205. She called me. She was like, yo, you too talented to be out there selling drugs, carrying guns and all that shit. I'm going to get you a record deal. I'm going to get you out that hood. You too talented. And she would just stay in touch with me from time to time. So I'm out on my block, right? So I'm standing there on my block. We used to hustle in front of this building called 555, the Triple Nickel. So we over there hustling and shit, and I'm starting to see the suitcase that I always seen in my crib come out the building. I looked at, I ain't even pay that shit no mind. A truck pulled up, a black Eddie Bauer Explorer, and the window, it had tints, and the window came down halfway. And they was like, and I know the Roz. And I was like, Roz? And she jumped out. And she's like, look. She opened the trunk up. She like, I got all. Damn. Y'all there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Because they had paused up. All right. So she had all my clothes, everything I fucking own in this trunk. She was like, I'm moving you out your mother crib. You ain't staying here no more. You going to get a record deal. She said, whatever, if it ain't weed, whatever else you got on you, give it to your friends. So I gave my niggas whatever wasn't weed. And they was like, yo, I said, yo, she moving me out, mom. She was like, where the fuck you going? You really chasing this rap shit, nigga? You ain't gonna make it, nigga. You really chasing this rap shit? Yeah,
Yo.
I don't know what's going on. It's blinking
Yeah.
in and out.
Is your Wi-Fi on?
All right, cool.
Is your Wi-Fi on?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi on.
Yeah, might want to turn your Wi-Fi on. I'm good.
All right. So
yeah.
And she like a guardian angel for real.
Yeah, so she came and got me. I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, I'm moving you out, you moving with me in my house. She lived in Englewood in New Jersey. Her mom's had a 2-family house. She moved me in, right? If I moved in on Monday, Friday afternoon, I had a record deal. Worked them up.
Hey, she said it
let
too.
me tell you how that happened. So I'm in the crib. So Ra's house was like a safe haven for new upcoming struggling artists. Everybody from Usher to Anthony Hamilton, everybody slept in Ra's house. You know what I'm saying? She's a person like she was like a major contact in the music business. Everybody go like every day it was a new rapper or something. Every day it was a new rapper or something at her house. So she had another artist that was my roommate. he had the week that I moved in, he was just coming back off a promotional tour. His name was Ronnie Henson. Shout out to my brother Ronnie. He moved in there. He came back to work on the new Groove Theory album because you remember Amel LaRue had left Groove Theory. So they was shopping, looking for a new girl. This girl named Makeda Davis was going to be the new girl for Groove Theory. It was between Makeda and Sunshine Anderson. Shout out to Sunshine Anderson. It was like between, it was like they was going to pick either or. So Makeda was living in the crib too. So one day, Robs was like, yo, you just be sitting around the house writing all day, smoking and shit. Get out the house, go to the studio with Makeda and Ron. So I'm like, all right. So they was like, yo, come to the studio, come vibe out. So I go to the studio, right? So we chilling in the studio. It's a vibe. So I'm coming in there. I got a Discman. Remember the Discmans?
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Discman. I got my big ass headphones on and I'm listening to Pop Machiavelli album and I'm singing this shit. And as I'm walking in the studio, my man elbows me. My man Ron was like, yo, stop singing that shit. I'm like, yo, wow, what happened? He was like, yo, I'm gonna show you why. So we walks in the studio, right? So I walk in the studio. It was Jimmy Henchman, Bryce Wilson, Haitian
You
Jack.
said stop singing the pot. Oh shit.
Haitian Jack. He was like, hey, everybody introduced themselves. I came in the studio, started rolling up. The niggas had walked out, went to go talk in another office or some shit. So it's just me and Ron in the studio. So it's like, yo, you see that guy with the leather jacket, the curl, with the wavy hair, with all the jewelry on? I'm like, yeah. He said, that's Haitian Jack right there. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, you see how small the world is? I'm like, oh, okay. So I already know what the fuck what was up with that. So I'm chilling, right? So this the first day I'm meeting Bryce. So Roslyn been bragging about me, saying, yo, I got the Harlem Biggie Smalls. He gonna be like the next Biggie. This nigga's ill. He got a different look. Niggas can't fuck with him. He the king of Harlem. Nobody in Harlem ever beat him in a battle. Nothing. He's that nigga. And he know how to write songs. So I go to the studio. I'm in the studio sitting on like the console and shit in the studio with my feet dangling. And Bryce walks in the studio with like 8 niggas behind him. He was like, yo, come here. So I'm thinking it's some beef or something. So I'm like, at the time I used to stay with my grip and shit. So my man Ron looked at me. He's like, nah, it ain't nothing like that, huh? So I'm like, oh, you sure? I'm in here with all these Brooklyn niggas and all this crazy shit. I don't know what's going on with these niggas. So he's like, nah, ain't nothing like that though. Put your strap away and all that. So I walks out into the studio, right? I walks out the studio. So it's like a hallway area, a carpet, like it's like a carpet area, and all them niggas got like in a circle around me. So Bryce, he like, yo, Ross keep telling me all this shit that you nice and all this. I ain't hear nothing yet. So my man Ron looked at him like, you ain't hear unwrap? So my man Ron looked at me and was like, yo, spit some shit for these niggas. They got you fucked up. So I probably spit like 60 bars. All I know, when I stop rapping, niggas start running in all directions like, oh shit.
The big
So
drum.
Bryce came back after he stopped rolling on the floor, kicking his feet on the wall and shit. He was like, nah, you down with the click. Nah, I got you. Yo, he called Roz on his Sky. That's when they got the SkyTech phones. He was like, yo, this nigga's iller than a motherfucker, Roz. You was right. This nigga's tough. So I'm in the studio, I'm chilling. So the next day I come back to the studio, like, yo, come to the studio every day. So, like I said, that was that Thursday I went to the studio. I went back to the studio Friday. So I'm in the studio. They working on music for the new Groove Theory album. If you want to actually hear that album, when I was 18 years old, one of my first album appears. You can go to YouTube and search Groove Theory, The Answer. Well, Anyway, let me get back to the story. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the studio, smoking, chilling, doing what I do. And they was working on the Groove Theory album. So this guy walks in the studio. He, I don't know, like a burgundy cashmere sweater on his face. And I'm from Harlem, so I'm on shit like that. So I'm feeling like, oh, he got the mean ass
He said he
rollie
had the
on with the sweater to
cashmere.
match. Who this old nigga? And I'm thinking, yeah, he had the rollie on with the pinky ring with the burgundy stones in it with the diamonds. So I'm like, this
Ooh.
nigga gotta be somebody. But I ain't really swear, but I peeped that watch and I just peeped this whole ensemble. I peeped that early. So he walks in the room like, yo, who this little motherfucker? These niggas keep telling me about that rap his ass off. So everybody look at me. Like everybody just turned after me. So they was like, Bryce, like, yo, him right there. It's like, who? This little motherfucker? They was like, yeah, that little motherfucker. So he was like, you getting on this record right here? I was like, nah, this is some shit they work on the album. He said, Bryce said, you can get on this record, you got a verse, write a verse. So he said, yo, check this out. I'm going to a meeting and I'll be back in an hour. I want to hear what you say on this motherfucking record, and I'll be back. You can tell he a gangster nigga. You can tell he got some gang. I ain't know who the fuck this nigga was. So he walks out. So my man Bryce looks at me and starts laughing. He walks out. So my nigga Ronnie looks at me. He like, yo, come here, hun. He said, you know who that is? I said, nah. He said, that's the owner of Black Ground Records. That's Barry Hankerson, Aaliyah uncle. I'm like, Aaliyah uncle? He was like, yeah, he was married to Gladys Knight, all that. That nigga Timberland, all these niggas is his artists. I'm like, word? He said, yeah. So I rolled up my blunt. And niggas, and this the first time niggas, I've been stopped writing on pen and a pad. So niggas in the studio think I'm bullshitting. So I'm just nodding my head to the beat on some Biggie shit, smoking. They like, yo, you ain't write your verse. I was like, I got my verse, nigga. I was waiting for y'all to tell me to go in the booth. I goes in the booth. I spit my bars, right? So this nigga really came back in an hour. So he was like, yo, he on the record? It was like, yeah, they played it. Everybody going crazy when my verse come on. I ain't even get through the whole 16 yet. I probably got to the maybe 12th bar. He said, yo, cut that shit off. So I'm thinking he ain't like it. So he was like, you a bad motherfucker, man. You the second motherfucker I signed in 15 minutes and got up and start to fucking walk out the door. So my man Bryce jumping in the air was like, I knew it. So before he get out the door, I was like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. What you just say? He said, yeah, you the second motherfucker I signed in 15 minutes. Yo, Bryce, get the paperwork done. Bring him to the office on Monday. I'm signing him. So I was like, all right. I said, before you leave, if I'm the second motherfucker you signed in 15 minutes, who the first motherfucker out there? 15. He looked at me, he said, R. Kelly, and walked out.
Oh shit.
So I was like, word. So my man Ron going crazy and all that.
And that's and not to cut you, but that's after R. Kelly left on public announcement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
R. Kelly was R. Kelly already.
Yeah,
R.
for
Kelly
sure.
had that shit out already, right?
Definitely.
So I'm like, now I'm on speakerphones with Aaliyah. She like, welcome to the family. This and that. I'm speaking to Timberland. I'm meeting Genuine. I meet Missy. I'm like, I'm getting some money. My mom's is happy for me. Rosman Ben moved me out the hood, so I'm living in Jersey already. So, long story short, my nigga Rollo and mind you, we signed the contract with Rollo before he went to jail. My deal wound up falling through with Blackground because he was trying to sue me and take my whole advance in doing that. And then they was like, they'd rather not do the deal with me instead of giving all these people that ain't really do shit for me all my money. So I wound up not doing that deal, right? But he gave me a bunch of money and he let me keep the money. So I'm back to the streets, back trapping, rapping, still living at Rod's house. She trying to keep me away from the city. Like, you talking about you going to get weed and come back? Nah, I have somebody bring you. She trying to keep me in the house. When I'm going back and forth, I'm mad, I'm depressed. I'm like, they fucking up the I could have been with Aaliyah right now. I was supposed to be in the Romeo Must Die movie, all this type of shit. They niggas fucked everything up for me. So I'm depressed, right? So in the midst of all this shit, right? I wound up battling Lupe Fiasco over the phone. But in the midst of that, this is when the Purple City shit started popping off for me. I remember at the time, rest in peace to Huddy Combs. Me and Huddy Combs was running around selling cell phones. We was selling burnout phones. I would hook him up. He would sell them. We was like Black and Blue on some I got the hookup type shit.
Yeah, I remember.
Right?
I remember
God
the
bless
burnout phones.
Yeah, we used to have the burnout phones and shit, right? So in the midst of that, we making mixtapes, this, that, and the third. We starting to get a buzz. Dipset is popping off. Since my deal fell through with Black Round, after I battled Lupe over the phone, I battled him in person. And then they was like, yo, Chili, shout out to Chili. My man Chili free now. We ain't no more free Chili. He gave 20 years back to the feds. They gave him 44. He did 20. They gave him 20 back. So he home now. So he was like, yo, they got a distribution deal with Arista. They want to sign you to 1st and 15. So I moved out to Chicago. That's how I met Kanye and all that type of shit. But in the midst of me, before I moved to Chicago, I'm in cahoots, running around with Purple City and Dipset, recording. I never knew Cam was going to put me on the album. I found out I was on the Diplomat album by reading the magazine. I was living in Chicago. I was in the basement with all the producers, right? I gotta close that window. I was in the house with all those producers and shit, right? So, you know, if you ever been to Chicago, they don't got no fucking Dutch masters like that. All they got is swishers. So one day I goes to to like the gas station to go get some cigars, and I picked up the Double XL magazine with 50 Cent, Eminem, and Dr. Dre on the cover. And I went back to the studio and shit. So I'm reading the magazine. They have the discography of all the albums that's coming out 2003 and shit. So I'm reading through and I'm happy. I see Cam, Jim, and Jewels. I'm like, yeah, look at my niggas, yeah. So I'm reading who start the album off and who producing on the album, and it say, yo, intro, Uncasa. So I look, so I'm like, I passed it to my man here. He a Grammy award winning producer now, my man Boog the Beast. I passed the book to Books. I passed the magazine. I said, yo, read that. He said, yo, Kasa, man, you did the intro for the new Diplomat album? I said, I ain't know he put me on the album.
That.
That's some shit I recorded before I left. So at the time, before I moved to Chicago, I caught a gun charge. So I was flying back and forth to New York, going back to court. They wound up sentencing me to 5 years probation for my gun. So when I flew back to get sentenced for my probation, the feds had raided the crib I was living in Chicago. That's when they took everybody down and all that. And some of the producers and some of the artists called my phone. It was like, everything you seen is gone. You know what I'm saying? And I wound up staying in New York. And then right after that, that's when all that Purple City and Dipset shit picked up.
Was you ever signed to Birdman? I mean, the Bird Gang or Dipset?
No, I was never signed to Diplomat. And that kind of fucked me up with Lupe, because when they heard the Diplomat album, Cam was saying, yo, I just signed you and all that. And it wasn't true. I was never signed to Diplomat. Cam was always just trying to look out. I just actually did some work with Cam the other day and got me a bag with Cam. So shout out to Killer. You know what I'm saying?
Cam,
Shout out to Cam.
He the only one from Dips that I'm in touch with still to this day. Like the main dog, top dog. You know what I'm saying?
How's your relationship
I
with
love
Jim?
how he transitioned and transcended hip hop, like what he's doing now. Like that's the definition of transcending. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You said what?
How's your relationship with Jim?
Jim never really fucked with me like that. It's calls you when I see him, but Joe never was like never really fucked with me like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, like so.
Shout out to Kyle, shout out to Jim.
Yeah, shout out to Jim Jones, man. Like, so like my last question right here, right? When it comes to New York rap, what you think needs to change in order for better music to come out, man? I mean, we got a couple of people, you know what I'm saying, that's doing their thing, the Chef G's, the Sleepy Hollows, upstate holding it down, you feel me? But I'm just like,
we
as a
gotta
whole.
start. We got to start creating. And first of all, it starts from the beginning. It ain't even the artists. We got to get new execs. We got to get new execs. We got to get new black execs, new young people that's going to bring that blood, that new fresh blood in. We need new Diddy's. We need new Jermaine Dupri's. We need new Russells. We need new DNYs. We need new black labels. What black labels popping off right now? All of them is not popping. Bad Boy, Rough Riders, Cash Money,
major labels.
What name them? Like, they not like Rockefeller is over. Like, Dip, like, yo, bro, it ain't no labels, ain't no black execs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to QP and Dubai and them boys over there at High Bridge. Besides that, it ain't no black labels popping right now.
Yeah.
We need new blood. We need new execs. We need fresh blood. The rappers that's in the game from New York, we've been seeing the last 30 years. Who else from New York besides besides the drill rappers? Those they the only ones that came in the game, but even drill is dying.
Yeah, because I mean, I felt like the only
literally dying.
I feel like the only person that could have made that crossover when it came to drill was Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because he did drill, but he also made records.
He was you Pop, like
Rest in
Pop
peace,
Smoke was gonna take it to where like to where Basswag is taking it right now. He knew how to transition that drill sound into something that was going. I told my nephew like 2 years ago, I was like, yo, if y'all learn how to transition that drill rap shit for the females, it can be something because it's a groove. Y'all create it, and then look, you throw the idea in the air, and somebody gets it, and got guys like Basswag and Cash Cobain that's making drill, but they not talking about killing nobody.
Yeah.
And this interviewing, you can ask me. You ain't gotta rush your interview, bro.
Yeah, like they got like they got a couple acts like like Lola Brooke. You know what I'm saying? Cash Cobain. They got Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, Basswag. You know what I mean? We got a lineup. You feel me? But I don't see like what's missing. It's like we not really
star power. It's no star power. It's just like regional artists. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They not
when
going.
You gonna spread to the masses, like Biggie, like we ain't gonna have no more Biggies. We ain't gonna have no more Onyx.
I was wearing Timberlands.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
So Tim's in the West. You know what I mean?
You don't got. It's like you. We don't got no more Misas and none of that. And if we do, they not like the game is like all the money for that type of shit is independent now. Like even the stylists and shit, it ain't no budgets for them to get these artists fresh because these artists now is going in the malls, buying a bunch of designer, doing what they do. Now some of them got stylists because they still got the the labels and stuff behind them that they getting these budgets. But you got to look,
Facts.
labels ain't giving out that money that they once given. None of that shit is the same no more. They trying to minimize everything. So we're minimizing cuts, costs, the budgets, stylists, everything. Even video vixens, it ain't even a such thing as video vixens. Every girl on Instagram is a vixen now.
Yep. Another thing I see
You don't got your Melissa Fords and your Buffy the Bodies and your Gloria Velez's no more. You don't got that. You don't got them girls that was on them those magazines, them smooth magazines. You don't got those poster girls no more. Any chick that looks good with a made up body on Instagram can fulfill that at less cost. They could get them $50. Stand here for 35 minutes, $100.
Yeah, they can get like 20 of them.
Yep. And then
or Star Tender from Starlets. You get what I'm saying?
Now
it ain't even no such thing. It ain't even no such thing as the strip clubs no more. The strippers is not getting no money. The bartenders is getting no money.
Yep.
It died out quick too, because man, just about 6-7 years ago, that shit was still thriving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. New York was never the culture for the strip club. We had the Wedge, we had Golden Lady, we had Sue's Rendezvous. It was rare that people from New York partake in that. You know what I'm saying? That culture is big down south, Miami and Atlanta, where girls is butt ass naked.
Yeah, Houston.
And drug dealers are throwing that money. That culture, BMF and all of them made it cool to go to the club with a few $1,000s and just make it rain. Just throw singles in the air until it look like it's actually raining in there. You ain't see that in the culture. Guys, it's rappers. You know, it's guys that's running the streets right now that's trying to keep that culture up, but they not getting it from rapping. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that's out here, tearing them banks up and shit like that. That's throwing the money in the clubs every night. They tearing the banks up. They not earning it really. They busting they move, but they just tearing it up and they keeping that culture on. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't a culture in New York. I'm from the culture. I've been to the BMF parties. I've had conversations with Meech. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Meech. I done had conversations with Blue. I done did music with Blue when it was all good. And them boys did it on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And that was the culture. And when them niggas went to jail, a lot of that shit slowed down until Atlanta really got popping on that music shit. You know how many strippers retired from Magic City and they flew down to Miami and had to go to them places like Miami to get their name up and get their cash up because Atlanta was dry, because they ain't have nothing but killers out there. They ain't have a bunch of niggas getting money. Now, when the rap scene and they brought this trap shit back alive and all that, that's when the niggas start getting to the bag. Niggas don't even come to New York to re-up no more. You remember everything up to 9-5 had to come to New York. Niggas ain't coming to New York to re-up. They was tired of getting robbed and giving fake drugs and all this. They don't even come get free. They got all that shit down there now. So everything, the whole pipeline, you got to think. Niggas be like, well, why the streets is empty? You got to think a whole stream of income from the South stop coming up here.
Yep.
Niggas don't do the math. Niggas be like, yo, the streets is dry. The streets is dry because you don't got 5-6 niggas coming to re-up with you no more.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas ain't really even hustling like that no more. Once niggas started scamming, it was like it just became that.
Yeah,
you know
niggas can go. If a nigga can go in the bank 6 days a week and pull out 50,000, and that beats a nigga standing on the block. First of all, it's rarely any new crackheads being birthed. Any person that's smoking crack been smoking crack. So that shit even died out. A lot of people that changed their lives and figured that finally woke up after smoking crack 30, 40 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, when I was running around and shit, like, it was the pill game. You feel me? Like, that's what really was getting the money. And they slowed that down. That died down too.
That guy, because they started giving it, instead of putting in pills, they started giving niggas it raw. They started giving niggas Molly. And it turned out a whole level. Like, see the thing, let me tell you what this, like, music, fashion, drugs, all this shit coincide, right? Everything shifts. If there's no product on the streets, right? Like in my era, I came up in the 80s and 90s, right? So
Same here.
niggas, worst niggas did was drink 40s, smoke blunts,
Smoke weed.
maybe took a mess tab. And then as the 2000s start running in and niggas that was all ecstasy,
MDMA.
You know what I'm saying? Or drinking alcohol. Now you
Liquor.
got this pink cocaine, you got Molly, you got all
Balloons.
type of pills. Niggas start taking. You got perks. People start taking prescription opioids. That's what fucked the whole game up. These niggas is high, and they doing dumb shit. They getting rich and doing dumber shit than they did when they was dead poor. Like niggas
it went from the dealers to the users.
Yep.
Exactly. Now when you got and they don't know really what they taking. All that shit come with mood swings. I can actually tell you by experience. Like coming up, right? Like in like 2006, 7, 8, 9 is when niggas up New York started really sipping the lean. And not to glorify it or nothing, but me and
the
like
purple thing.
Like niggas was like, we was like the first niggas in New York doing that shit.
Popping seals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or and not that bullshit niggas drink. I'm talking about activists.
The real act.
Real act.
Facts.
That's when activists, they was charging us $2.75 a pint, some shit like that. Now you can get, if you got a pint of activists, you can get that, you can sell that shit up to $100,000 if you got some real activists for one pint.
They'll auction that joint off for real.
A nigga will sell you that shit for $100K. Unpopped, original bottle of activist, that shit been discontinued for at least 10 years now.
Bro,
so
if it's the glass full walk too.
So niggas are drinking all this wok and all this generic over-the-counter shit. And they not even really drinking codeine, premethazine. They just putting a bunch of shit in their body, getting fucked up, and it's fucking them up, bro. They like, we come from the era that people want to be more killers than drug dealers. We ain't coming from the era of niggas get money. You get what I'm saying? I don't see no young niggas 18, 19 coming up no more, pushing the big Benz. No more.
Yeah, like that's the shit I came up on. Like, you feel me?
Like what happened to the young fly nigga that just wanted to get all the broads?
Just wanted to get money. Like now he got it. Now he feel like he got to be part of a gang and all that. Just so niggas want to do something to him.
You come outside in the summertime, niggas got on tracksuits with Pooh Shiesty masks on. It's 103 degrees out there. What the fuck are you doing outside like that, bro?
Real talk.
Like, if you gotta hide your fucking face, don't even come outside, bro.
Don't even come outside. I see cats be wearing that joints with the mask up, and I'm like, so if you had a I don't know, man. I just feel like, yo, it's got
tell you what fucked that up too, and that COVID shit, that shit fucked up a lot of shit for niggas to start covering their face up, and these young niggas, they thought it was cool. At first, they was running around with no masks on. They ain't give a fuck about COVID. But once they mandated and niggas had to wear masks, niggas kept that shit. I be telling my moms, I be like, yo, a fucking face mask ain't gonna stop no fucking germs. If that was the case, it would have never been no COVID. Like, that shit ain't, that face mask don't actually, that shit is actually bad, because all you doing is breathing in carbon monoxide. You breathing in your own breath. That shit ain't no good for you. Now, DC, Florida, it ain't even no more mandate to get vaccine, but people done shot this shit all up in their system and all that. Like, why you think niggas has got cancer and falling out at 45 right now? Like, come on, bro. I ain't take none of that shit.
Whole bullet. I ain't take none of it. I dodged that whole thing. You feel me? Now
I was like, fuck, you gonna put some shit that they rushed 9 months to come up with. They ain't test. They didn't have enough time to even test for side effects or nothing. And y'all shot that shit up, and they was first of all, this was what it was bugging me out, right? First of all, they had all these nurses around all this shit with hardly no equipment or nothing, with no fucking vaccine, right? Then you tell them they must take this vaccine to keep their job.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
you ain't
ridiculous.
But
lying.
y'all already had them exposed. Y'all had them exposed to all these sickly people for weeks and months.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. That don't make. And then now they suing for
So
that.
now they suing for that, and that's why, and that's where the face mask shit come up. And now like this shit, like, yo, bro, the blind leads the blind, and that's
Yo,
all it is. Is young niggas keep teaching, and the more younger niggas and the older niggas. This is why niggas. This my OG. I had a conversation with one of my OGs, right? And he's like, yo, these niggas don't respect. No, they don't respect the elder. I said, you know why they don't respect y'all old niggas? Because y'all old niggas out here still trying to be young niggas. Y'all still in the club, standing on couches, holding bottles. How you gonna respect you to be an OG and you in a club chasing the same broads he chasing? Y'all in there chasing
competition with
bitches
them.
that could be y'all daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the niggas be like, you supposed to be teaching this nigga like, yo, shorty, when you get my age, this what you supposed to be doing. I'm gonna show you how when you get to, you can do this shit. This shit is fly now, but let me show you what your OG doing at 50, 60. These niggas be 50, 60, still in the fucking club.
Yeah.
What type
Hey,
of
you
respect,
know,
what
Gen
type of
Z.
looking up they do?
Gen Z, that's what Gen Z's whole claim to fame is. They go, they see the older cats, the old heads, and they say, oh, what do you do? How could you tell me? Well, look what you doing. You doing the same shit as me, and I'm this age. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? They look at it just like
Exactly.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now
Exactly.
I had a question, right? I seen I seen a thing on Prime where they got live TV, right? And I went to the music
Yeah.
video channel and I started seeing music videos from artists that's out now that I don't see. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this person made a video. So it's
On
like,
Prime?
do you think that music videos should come back, like music video channels, whether it be on an app or whatever?
Let me tell you, by us, you gotta understand really, right? When the only interaction that we had with any social media, we was all housebound. Black Planet, MySpace. You have to have a PC in your crib, right? So after you be on that for a few hours, you have 106 in Park and all this. That's the only place you could have seen that shit. Everybody got a fucking Instagram. So soon as they upload their video, it goes to their Instagram. So that stops the traffic for going to TV. It's like I can go to Gunner page and watch his whole new video right now.
Yeah, that's true. But what if
You
I
get what
want
I'm
to
saying?
see?
They cut off access.
But what if I want to see like a multitude of artists? Like, because the thing is the music videos, if I didn't know about an artist, I would learn about them through the music video. So if I don't follow this person, then
I'm gonna
I
ask
don't
you
know
this:
what kind of material he's dropping.
when the last time you seen? When the last time you seen a video show?
Yeah, well, like the Prime shit. When you go on Prime, you see that you got, you could pick the genre or
Like,
whatever.
but now I'm talking about the
Like
only
Yo Raps or
show
something like that.
that's left. Yeah, the only show that's left that actually still do that is Video Music Box. Shout out to Ralph McDaniels, right?
Facts.
Other than
Facts.
that, you don't got 106 in Park.
They all
You don't
gone.
got TRL. You don't got Cedar's World. You don't got none of that was doing video countdowns. You don't got video vibrations. You don't got Video Soul no more. You don't got none of that. You know why? It's because it's like this, right? I'm gonna ask you another question. When the last time you seen any magazines?
Oh nah, I ain't seen no magazines in a minute. I mean, I heard they went digital.
Source, Double XL.
Yeah, a lot of them went
All right,
digital.
but it's
You know what I'm
like
saying? But they not out in the stores like that no more.
there's a lot of people that like to read. Once you take away the tangible element, which is the actual tangible product away, it takes the value away. It's just like this, right? We don't respect niggas' albums. You know why we don't respect niggas' album? Because we stream it.
Exactly.
We can't slap the shit out of somebody. We can't slap the shit out of somebody if they scratch out Luther Vandross CD. That shit can't ever get scratched. You just push a button and play.
And then a lot of the times the album come up on
You know how many
YouTube.
Redman albums I bought?
Yeah, my album collection was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now it don't even
Get
make
what
no
I'm
sense
saying?
buying the
They took
album.
away. I'm not gonna sit there and read, like, but if it's not a comment on some shit, I'm not sitting there reading a whole publication on the phone. They took this. I want to smell the brand new magazine. I want to take that little paper from the book, the little postcard from the joint. I want to look in the back. I want to see who got. They took all the elements of touching away. That's how you know that's where the money gonna be. We ain't gonna be able to touch money. It's a lot of niggas that like touching that shit, counting that shit. But you have to just get used to putting your phone up to the joint, pinging. They show you it work. You don't need no money, nigga. Just put your card up to the shit, nigga.
But
Everything is digital.
But what I do see with 38 Special and Benny, they dropping vinyls, and a lot of these vinyls be sold out
because they give back. Because you got to deal. You know they dealing with nostalgia. They want to give that element of touching the album cover and pulling out the CD cover, and there's money there with it. This is the thing, right? I tell all the people, I say it on this platform, but you want to save music? Stop putting your music on streaming sites and see how many units you really do.
Yep.
They should make it to where, because the record label getting paid off y'all fucking music anyway, they should make it to where you got to directly go to, if my album is on Def Jam, you got to go to defjam.com and get my music.
Yeah. Before they even, put it on the streaming sites, you got to hold it back for a minute. Really, you there? Kind of going in and out. Yeah. You hear me now?
Who's really doing units?
I mean, Big X the Plug, probably the first person in a while that I seen doing 1 million units on a project. And I don't even listen to him like that. You feel me? But he got songs on the radio and all that.
Like nobody's selling. And now you don't see no artists. And you know why? You know why everybody come out popping already. You don't get to see growth. You remember when Nas came out, he had the little chain on and the little flight jackets, and he was just regular hood fresh. And then you seen him gradually into his riches. Everybody coming out rich. Everybody you see coming out brand new car, 8 chains on, 6 watches. Where's the? I can't. Who are you going? Who's the people that kids is actually putting on their?
Hold on, your joint froze up for a minute. Yo.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yo, you hear me? Gotta come.
Yeah,
okay, all right. Yeah, like that's the thing. You don't get to see the ground with niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just they just pop out and that's it. You feel me?
Word.
Can we ask you about the Cam and the Dame?
Hold on, Kosh, you might have to pop out and pop back in.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to pop out and pop back in because it's like it's a little choppy on your side. Yeah. Nah, it was a little choppy on his side. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's on StreamYard or what, because I see Wi-Fi StreamYard got their own Wi-Fi. I'm like bugging.
It's kind of I kept getting phone calls too, so I would just dip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why it's good when you did the upload, like you said. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, I would. Oh, there you go.
there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. But with the Cam and Dame joint, my boy wanted to get that question on for you leave.
Yo, that shit right there, bro. Right? Like, even with Cam and Dame, I know both of them, right?
Yeah,
And both of those men is the reason that plaque is on that wall. And I actually got a Rockefeller chain. I just got to go to my jeweler and pick it up. That shit should be done any day now, right? And the reason I got the Rockefeller chain was the 20-year anniversary, because I just got my plaque after 20 years. And I realized that the plaque after my name, it said presented by Rockefeller Records. So I was like, damn, I'm a part of that Rockefeller history too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually dreamed about putting albums out with the caliber of niggas that I actually got to achieve it with. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
was just like, I was just thinking, I'm gonna get out, like, you know, a Rockefeller chain is just like a death row chain, or or no limit chain. It symbolizes dope shit. So I was like, I'm gonna go get me a rock chain, and I'm gonna have it engraved and all that with the date of Diplomat album came out with a quote on it and stuff like that. So I
yeah,
have a great, highly respect for Dame and Cam. You know what I'm saying? I think it's immature. You know what I'm saying? Because they know each other. They can actually call each other on the phone and settle that shit without being in the public eye. When they get in the public eye, it's free up to anybody's opinion. So it just makes everybody just look any type of way you want to depict it. You know what I'm saying? I feel
yeah,
that they could definitely handle it a little bit better, but they both have platforms that have a lot of leverage, and it reaches a lot of people. So it hits different from if me and you just in a room and you saying something to me saying it to my phone, and it's go viral and it's reaching the world. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because in some things I feel at this day and age, bro, sometimes we say things that you really can't come back from, or do things that you really can't come back from. And I feel that both of them, I feel that their relationships is more valuable to go back and forth on these publications like that. It's not
yeah,
Harlem shit. It makes us look weak. It makes us look like suckers. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just, we all helped and needed each other at one point in life. And that's the shit people forgetting about. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It was a point in time where, Cam was in a jammed up situation with Sony, and Dame helped him and signed him to Rockefeller, and wound up he wound up being more successful than he did in his previous deals. You know what I'm saying? Going platinum, actually making a bunch of money, becoming a household name, being able to have leverage and power in the game. And then for somebody asked me about this earlier, like about Dame kind of placing the blame on Cam, placing the blame on Cam for Rockefeller breaking up. It was turmoil over there before that shit was even said, man.
yeah. I kind of
With
felt
the
like
making
that
him the
too.
president thing. Like, because a lot
Yeah,
of people in
yeah, because it was just
a lot
like
of people in the
because
content space, they
because this
use that as the root of the problem.
it was a contradiction, right? Right? Because in the same breath, right? And I love Dame, but in the same breath, when he did it, when Cam did that, Dame was saluting his footage of Dame saluting that shit. Like, yeah, Cam is just a Harlem nigga. He just took it and ran with it. That's how Harlem niggas do. You ain't shoot that shit down there. So because you going through what you going through now, don't shoot that shit down now. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
Facts.
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Is you can't don't try to switch the narrative because you looking somewhere or you making you feel somewhere. That's emotional. That's not Harlem. It's just like if you do some shit today, y'all, right? If we do some shit today, right? And I'm sharing that shit on. But then I get put in the light to where I look bad and I flip it, be like, oh, y'all niggas was wrong. Like, nigga, like, stand on what you stand on. If that's how you felt at the time, that's how you felt at the time. No man seemed like, oh, was it a plot to break up Rockefeller? Nah, it wasn't no plot to break up Rockefeller. Really, we was the underdogs over there. Speaking like Dipset, like we was the niggas came over there and made their mark. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if you come somewhere in life, that's just like y'all been busting ass. Y'all was Rockefeller, right? But nobody ain't come put nobody was a star, like had that put on after Jay, but Kanye and Cam.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody else had alley-oops. Cam came over there, turned the closet into an office, ran a phone line, and ran it the fuck up. He took all the momentum and made everybody successful.
Yep.
So with the leverage of it just I feel like the men should just sit down and have a lunch and talk, because they got too much respect for each other. Cam loved Dame. I'm pretty sure Dame loved Cam, and it just make us look weak and it's sucker shit. Like they can sit down, like we can't yo, you remember the part, and I was just watching that shit. It's crazy that shit went on. Remember in Above the Rim when Dwayne Martin was pushing Bernie Mac on the floor and all that, and Shepard came and saved him and all, and he hugged Shepard and all that, and he was like, yo, you gonna let him talk? You gonna let him talk like that to us? And he told me, yo, Flip, go home. And Bernie Mac turned around to him and said, yo, they can't erase what we were, man. They can't erase what we were. They can't erase what we were. Y'all can't erase that history, even if y'all wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So y'all might as well figure out how to fix that shit up, because it's just not looking good. It's not a good look. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And it ain't a good look. It ain't been a good look for the circle for a minute.
So like what you working on right now currently? I see you got some clothes out. I'm saying them joints is dope.
Yeah, I'll be done. Like if I flip the camera right now, I can show you a bunch of sheets that's cut it out right now. I'm doing this kid, little young kid out of Harlem, little drill rap kid. He only like 10, 11 years old. His name Eli G's. I'm doing his merch for him. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I do merch. I design merch. I curate merch and stuff. Like that's my other endeavor. I ain't gonna call it a side hustle. It's one of my definitely my revenues of income. I'm working on the 3D album, which stands for Drug Dealer's Dream. I'm working on that. I'm like 2, maybe 3 songs. I'm like 2, maybe 3 songs in for that. I'm taking my time with that because I'm doing skits and it's gonna be like a story, and I'm also doing a 20-minute film to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going back and forth, running ideas with that. I just been working on that, man. Being a father, you know, staying out the way, just always trying to create some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be trying to get into too much, but just know I'm in the studio. I'm recording. You want that cranberry and vodka, the merch? Hit me up on cranberry and vodka with a K on Instagram. Follow me at the Real Uncasa on Instagram. I'm just working. I just been doing a bunch of freestyles on these publications and stuff. I'm supposed to do it on the block soon, on the radar, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just working on the Drug Dealer's Dream album and movie. That should be coming soon. We also, if y'all in tune with the web series that I've been a part of, cast member of for the last 10 years, The Brooklyn Way. We shooting the Brooklyn Way movie.
You was
so if y'all ain't
funny
seen
as hell on that joint.
y'all
You was
appreciate
funny
that.
as hell on that joint.
Hey, you gotta
Shout out
shoot
to
me that
Gap
link,
Nova.
Slim. I need to get on game with this shit. I ain't even on game with that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I can shoot you the link, man.
Yeah, appreciate
we 3 seasons and deep, but yeah, You can hit us at DA Brooklyn Way on YouTube. Shout out to my brother Gap Murder. He was once
Yes, sir.
cast member of Respect Life, but then he did a spinoff called The Brooklyn Way, and I was like one of the first cast members he like, fucking drafted and shit for the joint. And I had a bunch of fun and like a bunch of memories, bunch of fun times with that shit. It was definitely a new experience. A lot of that shit y'all see that y'all love and laugh at was one takes in the beginning.
Yeah.
And like in the beginning, we had a film guy, but I'm gonna tell y'all, like 90% of all the seasons was shot with my man Gat Murder iPhone. He shoot it with his iPhone and edit it, add sound effects, all that. Like I see my bro, he got everybody in it from Unkasa, Big Daddy Kane, Smith and Wesson, Redman,
Yep.
the list goes on. It's not a rap he don't have in there. He got everybody from Brooklyn in there, MOP, Smith and what he got everybody. God uses resources, man. So shout out to God. He's a brother that really used his resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So yo, it's been nice talking to you. We definitely got to do a part 2. You know what I'm saying? I got some more shit I
Now
want
we
to
gonna do
I
a
ask
want to
part
you.
two
know the
soon.
origin of the pink on the next one. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you
Origin on
had
the pink.
hinted at
Well,
like there's a story
what I
behind that.
what I can chop that up for you in 3 minutes, right?
Oh, word.
The pink
Okay.
shit, it come like the pink shit comes like my pops back in the days used to make his own handkerchiefs and his own bow ties and shit. And he was like a hustler in the streets, running around Nicky Bonds, Bat Ross, all them. You do your history on these guys like
Frank Matthews.
what's these guys? All that, sickle, all of them. So my pops used to wear pink and stuff like that, and I used to look at his old pictures and stuff, and I picked it up. Like when everybody was running around just in levers and baggy clothes, I was running around in pink cardigans, pink polo shirts, pink golf shirts, pink sneakers, pink boots, pink jackets. I just went pink crazy, and around that time, Cam and them started coming around on 45th, and I guess he took a liking to the pink, you know what I'm saying? And he just innovated it. But it definitely started with me. Everybody in Harlem know the pink came from me. You know, I don't really trip on that. Cam took it to another level. Like I said, Cam always look out for me. He always make sure with any business that I do on him, he take care. He even if it's a little delayed, but me and him always got a clear field of communication, you know what I'm saying? But Cam helped put me on it, you know what I'm saying? He the reason that I got a gold plaque. So I can never shit on Cam. Cam my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Dame my nigga. I just wish they,
Killer.
But I ain't gonna get too speak on I ain't gonna speak on two grown ass men business, but I just hope they mend that up because it's too much love and too much history. We accomplished and we achieved a lot for us to throw it away in front of people that don't really give a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cam and Dame. You know what I'm saying? Rockefeller for life, Dipset for life, Purple City for life. You already know everything. The whole crew.
Definitely. All right, so the Instagram is Real Unkasa. Then you got the clothing merch.
The real underscore Unkasa.
Right.
The clothing line is cranberry and vodka with a K. And hit me up. Look out for and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Unkasa, I'm already subscribed. I'm gonna send it to my boy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Off top.
Unkasa, I got 32 stories up there. I
want to cop a verse.
I
want to cop a verse myself, man. You know what I mean? Let's break some bread. I got, you know what I mean? Let me know what we talking about.
You see, ask bro how I do it. He hit me. I got right to him in the DM. Hit me on the DM.
Yeah, okay.
Send me budget, and I do verses the same day. I would love to
cop a verse.
Yeah, I'll be doing verses the same day and all that. You just hit me on the DM and we chop up. Let's get it, bro. So let's work.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Let's run it up.
An unsung legend, man. Uncosted, bro.
Yo, salute.
Word. Definitely go follow that YouTube. Subscribe. Whoever watching this, subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe to that YouTube channel. I do live lives and go check them stories up. I got the story about BMF in Miami with Dipset. I got my battle with Lupe Fiasco. I got all types of stories. Jewel's almost
You
burnt
battled
up
the
a
samurai.
$250,000 in the stove. All that.
Woo.
Go
Yeah,
check them
I
stories out.
didn't listen to all of them. You know what I'm saying? They fire. Definitely.
You gotta go check. You gotta go check. Yeah, we almost Jay Bezel almost burnt up damn near $250,000 in the stove. Word.
Yeah.
Jewels used to
Yeah.
hide his money in the Bunsen burner when he was first doing shows and shit.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man. So we definitely gonna link.
Nah,
I'm
we
saying
got
we're
some
gonna go part
stories.
2. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it from there. You
Nah,
know what I
definitely.
mean?
That's a salute. We ain't even we gonna chop it up. Definitely, man. Just
Yeah,
hit
man.
me. I'm here, man. And and for the people that's looking for new music, y'all can only consume the music from me. You can hit me on my Instagram, DM me. I just dropped the Love Seat EP, and on Valentine's Day, it's a 6-song EP. It's definitely a vibe for the ladies. It's a vibe to drive to. Good music. If you want to hear good vibing music, it ain't too much of the normal stuff you get from Kasa. But like I said, Drug Dealer's Dream on the Wave. You want the new EP that I dropped on February, you can hit me on Instagram. It's the EP is $20. You can cash at me at Zori Bear, and you can get the new music straight through me, straight to consumer. No DSPs. They will not give me a fraction of a penny of my fucking money. I want all mines.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm about to cop. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
I'm about to cop that good work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Direct
So
connect.
So that's how like I'm trying to teach the artists. You don't have to wait. You ain't even got to do it. You can do it. You can see really where your fan base at. Every time I do a drop, I be seeing 700, 800 people that actually cop my own stuff. That's more money than I would make off a streaming site. Like at
definitely.
$20, do the
Facts.
numbers. Last album dropped, I sold over 3,500 copies digital at $20 a pop. So do the math.
Let's go.
Whew. Yeah. That's
Give me
the
the
number
money.
though. Independent grind. You feel me? But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I do an
We gon'
independent cash app. You cash app me and you connect your email to
yeah,
your cash app payment. I send a digital copy straight to your email on some Ryan Leslie shit.
definitely.
yeah. Hey,
Definitely.
if you don't mind, as soon as he cut this thing off, let me get that information because I'm gonna cop as soon as we get off this thing.
Yeah.
Come
So
on, let's
look,
do it.
this Boogie 45, this
Come on,
Uncasa
let's
from
get it.
Dipset, this Bogey from Gen Wealth TV. We out.
Let's go.